Packers coach just pissed off every racist player with what he put on field to stop protests. The National Football League isn't even a full week into their preseason, but the anti-American players are already coming out in droves. They're letting fans and franchise owners know what to expect of their disrespect for the country from the start of their first game, with no plans to stand for the national anthem at any game in the near future. The league commissioner has already announced that he's not imposing any punishment on the overpaid players. In Commissioner Roger Goodell's announcement on the matter, he put the problem on the fans, informing everyone who pays to watch the NFL that they need to be tolerant of what the players are saying in their protest. Goodell had the chance to save the NFL and their profits from this debauchery but didn't. Now it's up to individual coaches, players, and team owners to decide where they stand, said, or kneel for the national anthem, and if they are going to tolerate protests or play the game as they are paid to do. The season started with Raiders Marshawn Lynch coming out of retirement to park his backside on the bench during the anthem in a deliberate show of disrespect. His former teammate on the Seahawks, Michael Bennett, thought that was a cool thing to do too and followed in Lynch's lead. However, Bennett's brother plays for the Green Bay Packers, and coach Mike McCarthy of that team has a much different approach to these disgusting protests than others in the league. McCarthy doesn't seem to agree with the commissioner's apologetic approach and has something else planned for these anti-American stars who think they are going to get away with protesting on his field. They are paid millions to play a game, not make negative political statements. Michael Bennett's brother, Martellus Bennett, has given no indication that he will follow in his anti-American brother's lead, and chances are he never will. The difference between the teams is who is leading them, and the Packers have a coach who respects this country and expects his players to as well. Madison.com reports. Mike McCarthy doesn't know if anyone on his sideline will join the ranks of NFL players using the national anthem as an opportunity to protest. But if they do, the Green Bay Packers coach can say this for certain: they will do so with a knowledge of the history of the anthem and an understanding of how important he believes it is. Ahead of his team's next game, the coach was asked what he expects from his team when the anthem is played before each game. Rather than giving a politically correct answer of everyone having a right to free speech and to express how they somehow feel oppressed while making millions playing a game, he explained that he expects patriotism and good sportsmanship. More importantly, McCarthy has taken it upon himself to educate his players on why we stand for the anthem, since ignorance is why most of the idiotic athletes are sitting or kneeling on the sidelines. He's putting knowledge of the real history of this nation on the field to stop players from making fools of themselves with protests. When entitled, disrespectful players from other teams show up to his field, they are going to see what real men who respect this nation look like. In turn, those sitting out will look stupid in the shadows of the heroes standing for the anthem. McCarthy said he addresses the anthem and his expectation of proper decorum during it with the players via a preseason presentation. "It's something that I've done each and every year here since I've been the head coach," McCarthy said. "We have a PowerPoint presentation that you update each year, and you always try to deliver the message clearly to the team. Our approach has always been to give the history and the understanding of what the national anthem means, and why it's played before any National Football League game, particularly how the tradition started after World War II. I go through the whole history and the importance of what it means to you personally. This is the exact stance that every coach of every team should take, since the NFL commissioner refused to prioritize patriotism over the sport." The Dallas Cowboys head coach, Jason Garrett, recently came out with the same stance as McCarthy, saying that the national anthem is sacred and he expects his team to stand. The Packers coach recognizes that the problem most of the players have is that they don't understand what they think they are protesting by sitting out the anthem. That not only makes the player look stupid but is an embarrassment to the entire team and the NFL. "It's nice to see two teams with their priorities straighter, and it's a shame that so many other coaches and players in the NFL have tainted the reputation of the sport, leading to many spectators boycotting the season. Other teams should take note and run their operation like McCarthy and Garrett, with respect and honor for our flag and freedom and the real heroes who gave their life defending both.